Family, there's a beautiful day. There's loving every minute of it. There's so much shit going on, family. I don't know. I can't keep up. But first, no one us to come together as one to help them because now they're feeling the punch. They're now feeling the punch. They want us to come together as one and work together so we can fight against the system. This lady here, break it down for you. First lady is talking about come together as one. The other lady is telling them fuck off. When we want you to come and help us, you don't want to do it. Now that you're feeling the punch, know that the fire's on your ass, you want us to come and help you. But folks, all I can tell you is that this here. Stay aware, stay knowledgeable, stock up on shit, stop planning on food because the shit gets scary. I'm praying it don't, but the way things are going, I don't know, folks. I don't know. But don't be judgmental, don't be criticizing, and just be loving. Just be loving because we all come from the same creator. Well, not all of us. I don't think some white folks do because some white folks all they're gonna do is go out and think about making bombs to kill people. What if I go home and think about making bombs to kill people? All you can do is go home and think about bombs to kill people. You can't think about opening a business and helping poor people or building house for poor people. No, like for instance, they guess build a prison there. They guess build a prison costs $1.4 billion, surrounded by water. They got snakes and alligators in the water. So if you escape from the prison, the snakes or alligators can kill you. What the fuck are you gonna think about building a prison to keep people in with water around with snakes and alligators? That's your mentality of thinking. You can't think about building a building to put people in to live comfortable. Their way of thinking is so fucked up. I don't know, man. I really don't know. They don't think to help, boy. They just think about destroying, killing. That's the whole thing. Anyway, I guess pray. Like the one report before, where the aliens come down and says we can take all the black people. I guess prayer is possible. They come down and take all the black people off the planet. We go back to Nibiru or Planet X, whatever place we come from. Fuck all them. Anyway, folks. This little clip here, check it out. I'll be back later. Much love.
Protest, I saw the streets lined with all kinds of people, but the large majority of white people that said this is enough. We are standing up, and it's our time to do for others, to do for those that have been standing behind us for so many years and that have faced so much injustice. Black people have been fighting for years, and nothing comes of it. Nothing. They're exhausted. Hispanics can't leave the house. Anybody with brown skin is afraid to even leave the house. So to know that we cared enough today means we're moving in the right direction. And I hope we see this continue, that we stand by our brothers and sisters and fight for them and let everyone know this is not okay.
This is going to be a follow, unfollow, or block me type of a situation. And if you don't like cussing, this is where you want to click off. I keep seeing these videos from former Trump supporters about how they regret their vote and they've woken up. And then I keep seeing all these videos from independents and Democrats that we should be welcoming and be kind and be understanding. Let me say this with my whole fucking chest. Fuck no and fuck you, and here's why. I don't forgive you, and I never will. And this is where most of you are going to click the fuck off because you don't want to hear the hard truth. This isn't about one policy or one mistake, the way you're trying to make it seem. This is about a man who ripped the soul of our nation in half. While you stood by in a MAGA hat, he poisoned our culture. He mocked, bullied, and threatened anyone who didn't swear absolute loyalty to him. Like a fucking dictator. He stoked a rage inside of people that gave fascists and racists permission to come screaming out of the fucking woodwork. But that wasn't enough for you. You voted for him not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times. Now you want back in because something finally touched you? Because now your rights, your family, your life is somehow threatened? You didn't care when he said he was going to carry out mass deportations. You didn't care when he vowed to dismantle our goddamn government. You didn't care about the environment, women's rights, civil rights, or even fucking democracy itself. Simultaneously called yourself a fucking patriot. You didn't care about honor or decency. You supported a man who was brutally unkind, who hates the poor, hates anyone that's not white. You called yourself a fucking Christian while supporting it. You watched this fucker orchestrate an insurrection. But that wasn't enough for you because you still showed up. Now, when the flames are licking your fucking porch, you want to come stand behind our shield? Same fucking snowflakes you've been mocking for a decade? Now we're supposed to welcome you? You put the bullets in Trump's gun. We want you to stay regretful. I want you to live in that discomfort every motherfucking day. The same way that every person you voted to hurt is gonna live in it. You don't get applause from me or from anybody on my side for pointing out the fire when you lit the fucking match. Don't come to us for comfort. And damn sure don't expect trust, because 4 years and a better Republican candidate, your ass is gonna vote red again. And even if you do vote blue, do not think for one goddamn second that you voting blue in a future election erases the fucking hatred and destruction that you have unleashed on this country. We don't need you to feel better about yourself. That's not our job. We need you to make it right without asking for absolution. So no, you will never get absolution from me or anybody like me. You will get spun around and pointed at a fucking mirror. You will get it from yourself by showing up every goddamn day to undo the damage that you have done. By confronting your own community, by speaking out and standing up against the same spineless piece of shit politicians that you supported and helped put into office. You want to unfuck this nation? Earn it. With your actions, not your fucking words.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Go watch her full video. I agree 120%. All of the, oh, well, I no longer support Trump. Pound sand, you desiccated turd. No. I will never forgive. I will never forget. The MAGA GOP bullshit has obliterated what was once a semi-okay country. The world is now laughing at us. All of these over-entitled Americans, oh, well, America's greatest. No, we're not. No, we're not. Trump and Trump's policies and all of the bootlickers who were following him have ripped everything to shreds. So, never forgive, never forget, fuck off.
They only voted the way they voted because it affects them. They voted the way they voted because they wanted to make life harder for the people they hated. The people they hate are the marginalized, the LGBTQ, the disabled, the elderly, the poor, the people of color. That's why they voted the way they voted, because they hate those communities. So if I'm on a live and someone tells me, which did happen, well, you're disabled, you're on SSI, so you should unalive yourself. You all expect me to sit at a table with somebody like that? You expect me to sit at a table? I will never forgive Megan. If my children were not grown, I would not allow my children to play with children whose parents were Megan. Never invite them to a cookout or a party. I want Megan to stay on their side of the street, and I'll stay on mine. Stay out of my religion. Keep yours in your homes and in your churches. But no, I will never forgive these mega people. Ever. And no, we shouldn't welcome them. And people that think that when they tell others to unalive themselves or push disabled people off mountains, you think we should welcome them? You're just as bad, if that's what you really think.
You know, I had an epiphany today. There are white people in this country that would rather see the United States of America go completely bankrupt and burn to the ground than see a black lady sitting in the White House. We've always had racism. It still is really sad. The one good thing that came out of this last election was that we now know in our friends and family who is fine with racism and the patriarchy and the bigotry. You voted for the most unqualified, morally bankrupt, bumbling idiot who is stealing money in front of your faces, and you're fine with that because he's white. And you couldn't vote for the most qualified black woman in the history of our country. She has more intelligence in her pinky than I do in my entire brain. 249 years, we still haven't voted for a woman. The MAGA movement is Make America White Again. They see the white majority in the United States of America going away, and they're going to fight like hell to try to maintain it. They're going to fight, and they're going to fight, and they're going to fight, and they're going to push back. And the reason that we're still having these conversations is because enough people that look like me haven't been saying what I'm saying right now, because we sat on our asses and did nothing during the civil rights movement, during Jim Crow, during segregation, during internment camps for Asian Americans. Doesn't affect me. I'm good. If you look like me right now, in this point in time, and you're still going to hide behind your privilege because your family member wasn't snatched up by an ICE member, because your family wasn't redlined, because your family wasn't picked up at night for being the wrong skin color, then you're complicit in all of this. I don't give a damn if you like it. I really don't. Silence is complicity. Throughout the history of the world and our country, bad people have gotten away with so many atrocities because good people stood by silently. There are a lot more of us than them. And these senators that are going to vote on this bill, this big ugly bill, they created Frankenstein because they ginned up their uneducated white base to say that your version of white America is going away. DEI, CRT, trans people, litter boxes, Dr. Seuss, Mr. Potato Head, Bud Light, Nancy Pelosi, her emails, his laptop. We can spend 3 hours talking about the things that scare you. But the reality is your version of white America is going away, and it scares the hell out of you. Well, that's too damn bad. I shouldn't have privilege, but I do. And I'm choosing to do what's necessary. What we as white people should have done for the last couple hundred years. Use my privilege to say what needs to be said. It doesn't matter if the red team or the blue team sits in that White House. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because until this issue is resolved, none of this shit matters. None of it.
I will say this about that. Now that is affecting them. They want to talk about it and says that their privileges is being revoked. No, that it's affecting them. Like he just said yes, no, the guy just said yes, no. When it was affecting them, they didn't care. It's not my fight. I don't care. No, because I'm white. But no, it's affecting them. They understand what we've gone through for years. But anyway, folks, it's going to get better. You know why? Because you have a creator. And the creator observes everything that's going on. But when the time is right, you're going to intervene. So in the meantime, folks, hang in there. Just be loving and kind, caring and humble. Don't get distracted or sidetracked. Just love your family. Be loving and kind and caring and humble and respectful. Show gratitude and respect. You'll be okay. You are going to be okay. Much love, much love, much love.